I don't know how this live thing works, if anybody will actually watch this later, or if it's available later, but hey, just hanging out in the garage. It's day after Christmas. Working on, some top secret projects. Don't look back there. Yeah, so anyway, just figured I'd try this out. Gotta get a mess going right now, so anyway, hang out while I work, I guess, if you want to. I'll give you a top secret video coming later. Anyway. I got CLR in the tank, if anybody's wondering. Already ran it through a cycle. See that? I got a petcock that's leaking. Wonderful. CLR on my hands. Yeah, I don't know how this actually works. So, yeah. If you're watching, let me know if this is working, because I've never done this before, so it looks like there's one person watching, maybe. Anyway. Well, how does this work anyway? Is there like live comments? Can I see the comments? Nobody's there anymore. What's this do? Green screen? No. No. I don't want green screen. How do I know if there's freaking comments? What's that do? Oops. Oh, there. Hi. Oh, apparently there's a bunch of people in here. So, hey, I don't know. I've never done live feeds before, so let me know if this is coming through okay. I'm just hanging out in the garage, kind of working on some projects, and figured I'd give this a shot. It's obviously day after Christmas, and yeah, just figured why not? I'd try this out, and you guys could hang out with me. Looks like people were asking what's my name. My name's Evan, name of the channel, EvanWells07. You can kind of see it back there anyway. So, hey everybody. I don't know if this is going to be exciting or not. I don't know how much of that you guys caught before. I'm just kind of working on a project here. Cleaning this gas tank out for an upcoming video. A little behind the scenes look, I guess, if you will. And I got CLR in there right now, kind of trying to eat some of this rust up. It's a, I don't know if you can kind of see that, 63 Honda C110. And yeah, just piecing it together, trying to make it run. And yeah. Waiting on parts right now for it, so we'll see how that goes. With the holidays and stuff, I'm sure it'll get here ASAP, but yeah. Anyway, I don't know what do people usually do in these things? Is there anything exciting? Should I talk about stuff? Do you guys just want to watch me work? How's this go? You tell me. Leave it, down in the comments or whatever people say on these things. Anyway, kind of got this bike blown apart a little bit right now, doing some carb work, and got a spark plug out of it, messing with this wiring, messing with the gas tank, obviously, messing with a little bit of everything. If there's anything else you guys want to see, or know about the channel or anything like that, again, kind of leave me a comment. Focus, what are you doing? Oh, somebody hates me? Okay, cool. Thanks. Congrats on doing your live show from Maryland. Thank you, Maryland. Yeah, anyway. Is there a focus problem on the camera? It looks fine on my end. You guys tell me. I know the light is kind of crazy back there, but I'm just out in the garage. I also don't know if I'm live streaming from the garage and I don't have great Wi-Fi out here, so I don't know if maybe that's what it is, if it's lagging or anything. I don't know. You guys tell me. Like I said, this is more of a trial run than anything to see if this even works. So, like I said, let me know. Anyway, 5 of you in here. Woohoo. Whoever the 5 of you are, cool. Let me try something. Yeah, there we go. Anyway, yeah. So, exciting stuff. I don't know if there's anybody actually watching that is a real person or just a bot or whatever. I don't know if you guys leaving comments or, whatever. But, yeah. Let me know, like, if you guys are cleaning gas tanks at home, let me know what you're using. I've always used CLR and had pretty good luck with it. But, yeah. Anything? What's the little friggin' cat icon thing? I don't know what that means. But, yeah. So... Anyway, what else? Looks like there's people in here. There's 3 people, maybe. I don't know. I don't know if you're real people or bots, so that's cool. But yeah, if you're actually watching, I guess let me know where you're at, where you're watching from. That'd be kind of cool. So I can get an idea who all's where and all that kind of stuff. Sarah. Hi, Sarah. I don't know. Guessing most of these are bots of some kind. When you get somebody named Kayla that says, "Hi, I'm Isaac Ortiz." Oh, sure, Isaac Ortiz, Kayla, whatever. I don't know if that's real or you're on your wife's account or something, but whatever. Anyway, what now? this not point directly at the light. Sorry, I'm trying to do this off my phone. I have no idea how this works. Like I said, first time doing this, so 5 people? Sure. Hey. What now, people? You tell me. What do you want to see? What do you want to talk about? Anybody? Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Riveting stuff, I know. Anyway. There's the gas cap I lost. Less people? Cool. Anybody got a good site for old Honda information? Wiring diagrams would be a plus. Specs, stuff like that. Apparently, the shop manuals for these things are like hen's teeth. They're about impossible to find. Found a few like digital copies that you have to buy for a ridiculous amount of money, but that's not what I'm trying to do. I want a hard copy that I can put on my bookshelf right over there with all my other hard copies of shop manuals. Facebook groups, websites, anything like that. Whatever works. If you got any of that information, that would be awesome. Part of the background of these videos that nobody really sees is the amount of kind of preparation, I guess, that goes into it. A lot of the work behind the scenes, stuff like that, sitting here waiting for a gas tank to get cleaned and shaking it around, washing it out, doing all that gets cut down into like a 2-second little bit. Well, apparently Joe was in here. Joe's no longer in here. All right. Anyway, so, yeah, what was I saying? Stuff about doing things and stuff. Yeah. A lot of these videos take a crap ton of time to kind of sort out, figure out, get all the parts here. Some of the stuff I don't even know, like this thing, I don't know what I'm getting into. So it's not like I can just run down the street to the parts store, buy whatever I need for it, and come right back and keep working. A lot of the parts for that thing are eBay special, finding used parts, stuff like that, and, hoping, crossing my fingers that I can actually find the things that I need. Some of this stuff is going to be almost impossible, or I'm gonna have to make it or do something custom. But yeah, if you guys don't take long pauses to read comments, what? I know I look crazy. Well, Joe says I look crazy because I'm taking a long time to read comments like that. Sorry, can't help it. I'm old. I got to get close to the screen and read the tiny little words. Anyway, I don't know, what else I need to do or what you guys want to see. I think I saw another one of these. What? Oh. Yeah. What am I customizing, says Laura? Well, everything. Right now I'm working on this 63 Honda. I mean, you can kind of see in the background, I got all kinds of projects. I got that 78 Honda moped, old Evans bicycle. Over here I got a Schwinn bicycle. Right now it's hard to see kind of everything with two wheels. Yeah, it's a motorcycle. Sorry, I don't know if there's a big delay. I know sometimes with the live, but yeah, that's the motorcycle there. I got it in about 1 million pieces. Working on the gas tank right now, cleaning all the rust and stuff out of that. Just kind of like I was saying before, I don't know if you caught that, a lot of the prep work that goes into the back end of these videos that doesn't make it ever into the video. Cleaning this gas tank may be a 10 or 15 second clip in the actual video of this, where it's going to take me hours. It'll legitimately take me hours, several washes out with CLR and media in there, and then have to take it and rinse it all out, repeat until it's clean enough to use, and then I can bolt it on the bike. Where, like I said, that may be a few second clip in the video. I'm just sitting out here kind of waiting for that thing right now, letting that chemical do its magic. Oh, no delay, you just couldn't tell. Is the video clear, Laura, if you're watching? No, this isn't my job. Sorry. I just do this for fun. I do a lot of this kind of stuff on my YouTube channel and make videos of the motorcycles, mopeds, bicycles, kind of anything with two wheels, and then I do a lot of stuff with cars. You can kind of see over here, over there. That's the back end of one of my trucks, 78 F100 that's on air ride. I got a Ranger over here in the corner. I got another F-150 outside. Basically anything I drive has been on the channel. But good, it's clear. I was worried because I'm not on my Wi-Fi and I'm just using my cell service and doing this straight from my cell phone. And so I didn't know if it would be choppy or laggy or anything like that. So it's kind of a test run, just hanging out. I'm working on stuff anyway. Figured I'd try YouTube Live out. Woo! And see how that goes. Anyway, see if it actually works, if people are interested in it. If it's kind of a cool behind the scenes thing that people want to see that follow along with my videos. That's something I can do in the future, and give little kind of insights like this into the making of the videos and all that kind of stuff. Where am I located? I'm in Iowa, so I know there's kind of a group of us all in Iowa that do a lot of this stuff, and some of those guys, I was watching before I started doing this, as a lot of people have, and that's kind of what got me into it. Anyway, that's I don't know if, depending on who you guys watch, I know like Vice Grip Garage is obviously huge. He was just up in Minnesota, so it's kind of cool. Even though I've never met the guy, it's kind of cool that somebody close to home. Junkyard Diggs is another one. He's got a pretty big channel. He's just kind of right up the road from us, up in Ames, I believe, somewhere right up there. I know he goes to some of the car stuff and same stuff that we all go to, but yeah, it's just kind of what got me into doing this. And I already did a lot of this before I started my YouTube channel, and yeah, Just thought it would be fun to make videos since I'm doing it all anyway. I like doing this stuff too, and you're in Minnesota. Cool. So just neighbor to the north, eh? Anyway, that's yeah, it's cool seeing where everybody's from, and knowing that it's not just sometimes you get in this kind of space where it's like it's YouTube and it's going all over the world, but when I'm talking to the camera, it's just like, oh yeah, my buddies on the other end that somebody that I've known forever, and that's how I try and treat this. Like, I'm talking to somebody that I've known for a long time. It's Laura. Sounds like I'm the only one talking to you, or you're the only one talking back to me right now. So, I don't know who you are, but it's kind of how I treat this whole thing. Like, an old friend stopped by and just wants to see what I'm working on and kind of show off all my junk. So if you guys like that, I guess, that's kind of what I do on my channel. So if there's anything else you want to see, let me know. Like I said, I've got plenty of projects and junk. This place is an absolute war zone right now because it's winter, and I got a bunch of stuff packed inside and all my stuff packed in the shed, so I don't have a ton of room left over. So the spare stuff kind of goes and gets put in the garage, right in my spot where I work on everything. Don't get CLR on your hands, by the way. That stuff's rough. What, I don't know if you guys can still see me. I would assume so, but I'm checking my messenger. Joe, if you're watching, you should be able to just click on like the comments, like you can leave a normal comment, and it'll take you to the actual live stream comments, and then you can go in and do it that way. So anybody else who's watching and doesn't know how to get into the comments, that's usually how it works. You just click on that line right below the video like you're going to comment on it, and it takes you to the actual live feed. So if that doesn't work, let me know. Anyway, speaking of Joe, all the guys in the club are getting together tonight, so looking forward to that. We're going to go out and have dinner. See my best good bud Aaron. If you haven't checked out his channel, I don't know if he's watching or not, but the old Boogie Chassis, he's in town finally. So we're all gonna go hang out tonight, have some fun. So I'm just kind of knocking out stuff here before I get going to that. Joe, if you're watching still currently, you keep screenshotting my goofy faces. It should be able to stream right on underneath the video. I feel like you're staring into your soul. I am, Joe. That's the point. Anyway, that's yeah, you should be able to click on that and it'll just have an actual feed right underneath the video that'll pop up all those comments and everybody that's commenting in there. If that doesn't work, I guess let me know and I'll just sit here and stare into your soul for a while. Anyway. So, yeah. Right now I'm just kind of cleaning up some stuff. Letting that CLR do its thing. Sorry if I'm not super entertaining, but like I said, this was more of a test run than anything. Just to see if this works, how it works, if it comes through clear. Streaming it off my phone, which I'm actually surprised that it does. And of course I'm talking to you with my back turned. I don't know how well you can hear me there. But, yeah. Like the handlebars on the bicycle behind the moped. Yeah, the big chopper handlebars. It's the same as, let's see if I can turn this here. Same as my Schwinn that I got back here. I don't think I've made a video on the Schwinn. It's been in a few videos. It's been in a few videos, but there is a full build video of that Evans Coulson bike from when I got it to, being complete like that and riding it. There's a few videos.
Work wanted to see if you were in here. He's freaking out.
Yes, I'm in here. I'm doing a live feed. Do you wanna say hi to the live feed?
No.
On YouTube? Okay. Caitlin doesn't want to say hi, so. All right. Yeah, I'm in here. Okay, bye. Anyway, yeah, that was. I should chop it and extend the frame on what? On the motorcycle or on the bicycle? That's the bicycle. I kind of want to leave alone. That one's kind of OG vintage. I forget what year I figured out it was. 60s, something in the 60s, if I remember right. But that was actually a gift from my dad. That because it's an Evans and my name's Evan. He thought it was pretty cool. It was originally he intended it just to be kind of a wall hanger that would be a conversation piece. And I decided to restore it and go through it completely. The bike, I'm going to sound like a broken record, but the bike was a gift from my dad this year for Christmas for doing all the work I've done for him through the year to fix up all his vehicles. So that was his kind of way of giving something back to me for everything I've done. There's a bunch of videos on the channel of that too, of fixing his junk. So, but yeah, that's I don't know. What else. What else do you guys want to talk about? Chop it and extend the frame. Yeah, I already read that. Anyway, Joe, you figure out comments yet? I don't know if Joe's watching. I got one comment, or I got one person in here. Now I got 0. Oh no, what do I do? Anyway, back to 1. Whoever your one person you are, you're awesome. Anyway, what else? I'll just go back to working on stuff, putting things away. Chime in, leave me a comment. I'll catch it eventually here. Throw that away. Sorry, I'm just messaging. I see I don't know, somebody's watching, but you're going to get more of my goofy face staring into your soul if it's Joe. 30 minutes. Good Lord. Yeah, what else? Oh, This is how I've been feeding the carburetor on this bike while I've been trying to get it to run. It's actually kind of work out handy. That little spout right there just pours it right down the hole pretty easy. But it's not keeping enough fuel. You can hear me texting. Wonderful. Hello, Crystal. Long time no see. Looking forward to seeing you guys tonight. I'm old, so bear with me. Obviously, I've never done this before. I don't know how it works. So if you see me fumbling around giving it texting, that was the message I sent in the group chat there. So yeah. What else? What else, people? All my masses of people. All 3 of you that are watching, supposedly. 2 of you are probably bots, and 1 of you might be a real person. But yeah, what else? Weird glare from my... Slightly better. You hear the heat kick on. It's cold out. Well, it's actually pretty nice for December, but it's cold enough. That was, it wasn't anything important. Well, what now, people? Don't forget to like and subscribe. Should I be promoting that? Is that what everybody usually does? Smash that like button. Let's get to our goal. And all the weird noises going off. I don't know how to do any of that, so I can flip the camera. I can go green screen. I could have like dinosaurs and stuff behind me. That'd be cool. But that there, I'm gonna need it. Well, anything else? Anybody else want to jump on? Sure. I'm propping my phone against my drill press, so I can get a good enough view of the rest of the garage that I can keep working and still be in frame, if that makes sense. And meanwhile, I'm just cleaning stuff up, so I guess if you are watching, I appreciate you hanging out. And yeah. I don't know what else to do. Sorry, there's nothing exciting. Leave a comment, people, so I know what to do. I don't know what to do with my hands right now. Up there. Oh. Back to one person. Hello, one person, whoever you are. Does it count me as one person? I don't know how that works. If it's the same thing. Basically had one on there since I started. So whoever you are, even if it's me, Thanks for watching. What else? What are your plans with the bike? Crystal says, why, thank you, Crystal. Restore it or customize it, she wants to know. Yes. I have no idea. I just want to get it running and riding first and go from there. It'll probably be a mix of both. It's not going to be a straight up restoration because finding parts for this thing is like, it's not impossible, but it's not easy either. Everything's on eBay and everything has to come from like Malaysia and China and places where these were way more popular than here. The United States got a lot of the Cubs and like the CT70s, CT90s, so this wasn't near as popular. Joe said it the other day, I think the Honda Dream, which is very similar to this bike, but an actual like full-size, more of a full-size motorcycle, had a lot bigger engine. This is just 50cc. It depends on if I can get a title for it. That would be the big thing. If I can get a title for it, I'll probably do like one of the life-in swaps, or however you say it. Go to like a 125 or something like that. Just for ease of everything. Then it switches to 12 volt, a CDI ignition, stuff like that. I don't have to worry about points. I don't have to worry about any of that junk. And just makes my life easier if I want to actually daily ride it. If I can't get a title for it, I'll probably just kind of clean it up as is and try and have it runnable, but it'll be more of a park it in the corner conversation piece, and I don't know what else I'll do with it. Park it somewhere pretty much. They are pretty rare. They're not super rare, but they're rarer, and they're pricey. Even in this condition, they're pretty pricey. Yeah, house decor. Yep, garage decor, just like everything else. There's not a lot of them running around in the wild that you can just scab parts off of. So to find one basically complete, that was pretty cool. A lot of the stuff I can get, eBay has a lot of the stuff used, which is nice, but they want an arm and a leg for it, and I don't know if I want to put an arm and a leg into it just to have a conversation piece or home decor. So I may clean it up. I may strip it down, paint the frame, do stuff that's cheap that makes it look better and leave it. But ideally, I can get a title for it and actually ride it. And then I'll put a better motor on it, something with a little more oomph, and have a nice put-around town bike. It's kind of what I wanted. That's why my dad ended up picking it up. We were talking over the summer that the moped's nice. It's fun to just kind of scoot around on, but it really only does. Oh, Joe's here. Joe figured out how to get into the chat. Wonderful. Good job, Joe. Now I don't have to stare into your soul. Anyway, I was talking to my dad over the summer, and that was kind of the conversation. Was I said I was looking for something like this. I was looking more for like the Cub, just because it's more common and I can get parts for it, but he found this. So it's a nice cross between the moped, which does 25, 30 miles an hour, and the Yamaha, which, is a full-size bike. And yeah, YouTube is hard. Yeah, I know. Us old folks trying to figure out YouTube, right? It is what it is. That's why I say this is my first time doing it, and I don't know how all this works. I know how to do chat. I've been on live streams before. I've been in them and I've watched them, but I've never had my own, and I've never like moderated it and done all that. So this is figuring all that crap out on the backside that never done before. So figured I'd give it a whirl. Looks like we're coming up on 40 minutes though. Woo-hoo. I'll probably hang out on here for another 20 minutes or so. Just make it a nice round hour, unless TikTok dances. I don't know how to do those. anyway, like I said, just make it a nice round number more than anything. Just trying to get an idea how this works. If my signal's good, if my sound's good, if everything else is good, and then I can do this in the future if more people are interested and kind of do behind the scenes of junk that I'm working on. So that's all caught up now. Yeah. What else? What else stare into your soul? I'm just reaching out. Yeah, you want to spread the word of our Lord and Savior too. No, I don't need an extended warranty. As you can see, I drive junk, so extended warranties went out the window a long time ago. Anyway, what else, people? Now that we have actual people in here conversing, that's kind of cool. Anybody want to know anything about the channel, or all the video is good, acting is so-so? I agree. This is a little bit different. Obviously, I'm used to the talking in the videos, but I can also edit myself. So take the boring, crappy parts out and those parts. But yeah. Anybody want to know anything about the channel or anything else or whatever else? As long as I'm hanging out. Is that better? Yes. What do you want to know there, rookie? It's like we're hanging out in your garage. Yeah, I know, Joe. That's all we need is a couple chairs pulled up and sitting around pounding the darts and having a few drinks. But what do you make, rookie? I don't really make anything. I make signs sometimes. If you look way back in my older videos, I haven't done it for a while. I have one I need to make, but I kind of like that sign right there, the EvanWells07. You're having a beer. Perfect. More than anything, I do, custom automotive stuff. So like right now I'm working on this motorcycle, actually right here, cleaning the gas tank. It had a bunch of rust and junk in it. You can kind of see some of my other projects piled up. I was saying it before, it's winter now, so everything that is normally not in here is kind of got piled in here, so the garage is an absolute disaster right now. But usually, if you watch some of my videos, you'll recognize this area right here, which is where I try and do the majority of my work. I try and keep it as clean as possible, just so whatever I'm working on, like the motorcycle, can be front and center in the videos. Obviously, that doesn't always work because I can't pull a truck in here or a car or whatever. So that's that's what I do most of the time, is just how-to videos and kind of goofy stuff, playing around. I mean, basically anything you can see in here has been a video of some kind before. And I try and keep it fun and entertaining, whatever. Joe's just chilling in his shop, need to clean some parts. Well, you should do a live stream, and then you can show everybody cleaning your parts. Rookie, it's moving too fast now. Awesome, what's your favorite motorcycle? God, that's a loaded question. I'm not, as weird as this is going to sound, because there's like motorcycles and stuff in the background, not really a big motorcycle guy. Growing up, my dad always had Harleys and stuff like that. He had a Yamaha. I have Yamaha. He had one just like my Virago, actually, just like my Virago was originally. There's some videos on the channel of that thing. It's a bobber now. It's all tricked out. But so I've always been, I guess I would say I'm a Harley guy. But when it boils down to it, I mean, I think what shows behind you is probably more my realm of motorcycle-ness. It's all Honda stuff. So I don't know why. I've always liked the Honda stuff as far as motorcycles go. they just make sense to me, I guess. I don't need, my Yamaha's an 1100. It's, in stock trim, it's comparable, I guess, to like a Sportster. Uh, I just don't have the need for something like that, so it it kind of is what it is. It's a fun bike to ride and get out and stretch its legs, but like a round town bike, it's not. It's a little too much, if that makes sense. It's kind of big and clunky, and it's meant to just sit on the highway and cruise originally, and it still feels like that, even though I've gutted it down to a bobber. So something like this was the whole reason behind that. I just wanted something that was smaller that I could scoot around town quick, that has a little more power than the moped. Joe says cans and bottles. Cans and bottles. Any cans and bottles? God, I almost look like it today. Got the old beanie on. I just need a shopping cart. Anyway, how did you acquire the skills you have to be able to work on such awesome equipment? Are you an engineer? Genuine question. I appreciate it. A lot of it's just self-taught, to be honest with you. I grew up, and realistically, most of my learning skills are represented right there. That Honda moped that's not the original one I had, but I had one exactly like it. I bought it when I was, what was it, 12 or 13, I think. And in Iowa back then, you could get your full license to ride like a moped and stuff like that at 14. And I had that thing originally torn down about 1,000,000 times, rebuilt it, figured everything out. Other than that, it's bicycles is where I started. Bicycles, moved up to mopeds. From mopeds, moved up to like dirt bikes and smaller motorcycles, stuff like that. And then eventually worked into cars. Other than that, it's just time on task and messing with stuff. I never went to school. I went to like 1 year of basically, it's called Central Campus here, kind of a VOTEC school for automotive. But other than that, everything's just been learn on the job. Welding, all that kind of stuff. Welding and fabrication, I taught myself. What else? Just years and years of working on stuff and basically being poor. That's it. I've never been the type to go max out the credit card to customize a vehicle. And if you're not willing to do that, you kind of have to learn a lot of things to be able to do cool custom stuff. And I've always liked custom stuff, so that's always been more of it, is like, I want to do fun things, and I don't want to spend a lot of money to do those fun things. And so either figure it out or don't. And a lot of it was YouTube, and that's part of it, is maybe feeling like I'm giving back a little bit, helping people learn how to do things and how to work on stuff and how to fix their vehicles and all that is, I picked that up from the forums back in the day. I picked it up from YouTube back in the day and all that. So living my life, man, that's so awesome. Love to work on almost anything, but I'm also poor. Hey, I feel you, man. That's it's one of those, if you can't make it, fake it, right? I guess that's kind of what I do. It'd be real easy, like this Honda back here. It'd be a real easy just to swipe the credit card. There's a motorcycle guy right down the street from us, has a shop that does all kinds of repairs and stuff like that. I could just go dump this thing off in his lap, say, here's a blank check, fix it, and but instead it's fun for me to mess around with these things and learn a little bit as I'm doing it. That's part of it. Like, if you watch the video when it comes out, the wiring on this thing is an absolute mess. You can kind of see some of it right there. I could buy a brand new wire harness for this thing. I could, buy everything with the right amount of money, but I'm not about that. I'll probably end up scratch building a harness for it and going from there. But yeah, it's I'm the guy that's like, I'll work on it for you, watching YouTube videos as I go, but it seems to work out with a bunch of swearing. Yeah, yeah, that's me. That's the part of the videos you don't see. If you go back, if I don't know if you've ever seen my videos before, or you just happened into this live feed there, rookie. Appreciate you hanging out, by the way. But it's the part of the videos that you don't see for the most part is me sitting in a chair, scratching my head, reading on, online, watching YouTube videos of other people that have done some random thing before, and a lot of cussing. And in all my videos, I try not to cuss. I keep it at a very minimum amount, just because I know, like, my kids watch the videos, and my niece and nephew watch the videos, and so if they're watching it, there may be other kids watching it, and I just don't, I try and leave that out of the videos where I can. I know it makes it funnier, and I know that, there's certain kind of levels to things, and I just try and keep it clean. Nope, never seen any videos. So, been rude before, but I'll definitely subscribe now. Oh, yeah. Hey, man, I appreciate it. Even if it's just hanging out for a little bit while I'm on here, I'm not one of those guys that's going to be like, oh, make sure you subscribe, make sure you hit the like button, make sure you blah, 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 blah. Everybody does that. I just try and be me and hang out and, have fun with it. And obviously I don't mind talking, so that's, something I can do. So if it's hanging out and, I wouldn't take any of it as rude. If you've never seen it before, there's millions and millions of people out there, billions at this point, I don't know, in the world. And, I only have a couple thousand, I think, that are subscribed to my channel. So, I don't expect everybody to know who I am and all that. What's your favorite things to work on? Good question. Kind of a loaded question. My favorite things to work on. I like working on cars and trucks. I don't know if that's my favorite thing from the standpoint of there's so many parts and pieces to take apart and put back together to do anything that it entertains my mind, if that makes sense. Probably my favorite thing from a fun standpoint is actually working on, like, bicycles. I know I don't have a lot of that on my channel, but it's mainly because, like I was saying before, that's where I started with stuff. And I'm not some bicycle guru, but I like riding bikes. I like building bikes. I like putting them together, finding all the cool stuff, and trying to make them all original. So, yeah. Fixing anything that's broken. Mainly I work on hot tubs. Yeah. I mean, you can find, whether it's a car or a bike or a hot tub or whatever that thing is, there's always that bit of satisfaction in taking something that doesn't work and making it work. And especially if it's something that other people have gave up on. That's what I like to do a lot. I know it's not in here right now. I have another video that's in the works of a snowblower, which I don't know if that'll be a good video per se, as far as like get a lot of views and a lot of likes and all that kind of stuff, but it's kind of a rewarding video for me. Like I said, most of the videos I make are just stuff I'd be doing out here anyway, so it's not necessarily a pre-planned, every video's an hour long, will it run, and all that kind of stuff. Sometimes I'm, like I said, fixing a motorcycle. Sometimes one of the ones I made recently was building like framing a picture, a big picture like that, building a frame from scratch, doing the glass, doing everything like that. But that snowblower video is one that I actually got off the curb. I talked to the guy that I got it from, and yeah, he was just kind of like, nope, it ran fine, and then all of a sudden it just stopped and it wouldn't work anymore. So if you think you can fix it, great. So it, like I said, it's something where I knew that I could probably fix it and was able to bring it home, and yeah, so absolutely. I don't know the algorithm, but someone finding anything or even fascinating. Yeah, sorry if I'm reading your comments out loud if that's weird, but I kind of mumble it as I read. I tend to do that. Anyway, yeah, it's YouTube's a whole weird thing, and if you're not into the backside of it and making videos and doing all that, it's really hard to describe, and that could be a whole live stream in and of itself. I'm not some big time YouTuber, and I don't claim to be, but yeah, even just getting that's part of like doing this, doing the live thing. That's just another avenue to share on YouTube that is worth a shot. It's worth trying, and if it's if it works, it works, and if it doesn't, it doesn't. And if I find one or two people that are kind of like-minded and seem to enjoy what I'm doing, that kind of stuff, then that's awesome. I appreciate it. So yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Thanks, man. Like I said, I appreciate it, and everybody that watches, I appreciate that, and like I said, it's more, none of it's staged. That's the thing for me. You see a lot of these like will it runs, and specifically in the automotive stuff, that it's will it run? I have 4 hours to get this thing ready to go, and I have to drive it 10,000 miles. There's no way. So a lot of that is all, I get it. It's all pre-planned. They have parts sitting there waiting, and then you kind of play it up. Oh no, I don't have parts, and all that stuff. The TV shows are the same ways. They film it over 6 months, but then claim it took 2 days. Anyway, going off on a tangent, I don't try and do any of that. So this is what you're seeing right now is kind of what I do behind the scenes when I'm not making a video. And I try and put that through in my videos to, hey, it's the next day, or hey, it's the next week, or, hey, the weather turned crappy and I haven't got a chance to mess with this for a month. So I try and keep it real. And, I hope that comes through anyway. Should take apart that blower and put it back together. You'll get views from weirdos like me. Yeah. Well, all I have to do is, it's all filmed, it's done. I just have to edit it up. I didn't strip it completely down, do like a full restoration. I basically just got it running and working, and so I can use it around my house. That's, like I said, it's something I would have done anyway. I needed a different snowblower. My other one is a little puny 2-stroke thing that doesn't work very well, and this is a big 4-stroke 2-stage that is, it's rough, but it works. So, whatever. I appreciate you if you do watch it. Play the slide whistle for everybody. You're so fat, how do you fit? Hey, us big guys, I don't know. I don't know what I'm supposed to fit in the screen. How do I fit what? Anyway, I don't have the slide whistle, Joe. Well, I do have it somewhere. I think I have it. I don't know where it's at. It's somewhere. Gary thinks I'm fat, guys. I'm gonna go cry. Anyway. Sorry, I'm stopping to actually do some work. Thing's still leaking. I gotta find a petcock for this thing. My tape measure blew out the other day. Wouldn't retract, and my daughters were fascinated with me taking part. Yeah, stuff like that. It's doesn't seem like it would be a big thing, and especially 300 pounds, Gary. No, I'm not 300 pounds. Haven't you ever heard the camera puts on 100 pounds? Jeff, no, I wish I did. I don't know where it is. Maybe I'll have to look before we go out tonight and see if I can find it. But yeah, anyway. Um, yeah, the taking apart the tape measure, that's the other part to me that's kind of the satisfying part of doing these videos, making this stuff is that uh, we live in such a throwaway society, if that makes sense, that everything, you buy a new car and, oh, I got, warranty ran out, time to get rid of it. Where people used to buy cars and run them until they wouldn't run anymore, or they were wrecked or whatever. The camera adds 300 pounds. Well, by your logic, I don't weigh anything then. Jeez. That I like taking this older stuff and making it work. The wife always tells me all I drive is old junk. Well, my old junk will still be running and driving 30 years from now, where her newer cars have been recycled back into pop cans. So I don't know what to say about that. Could bought another one for a few bucks, but it was a satisfying fix. Yeah. I mean, that's the thing is, what? It's one screw. I guess I don't know what type of tape measure you have. 3-4 screws to take the whole thing apart, kind of wind it back up, and whatever the case is. I guess that's unless it breaks, unless the tape on it actually breaks. Yeah. Didn't know Carhartt made a size that big. Well, you see, I called the tent company to have them fashion me up a shirt, and then this is actually because I'm kind of out of frame, it's hard to see. Like, I have that poster back here. That's actually the same size. I'm so big that it looks small. So, I don't know if that makes sense, but sure. Anyway, what else? Now that we're rocking and rolling. Anyway, finish putting stuff away, working on stuff. It was after the stigma's been with me for years, and it was sentimental, so legit. Yeah, that's a lot of times. That's the thing is, I don't necessarily look at stuff as like how much it costs, right? That's part of it. You take that into account. That a new tape measure, sure, you go buy a good one. What, they're 20-30 bucks. I don't know. I guess I haven't bought a tape measure for a long time, but. Yeah, you go buy a good one, it's 20-30 bucks. For me, we don't have, we have kind of mom and pop hardware stores here in town, but we don't have like a big chain, a Menards or a Home Depot or whatever. So I got to drive to Des Moines to go get any of that kind of stuff. Good, what you'd think of as a good like contractor grade type stuff. And so for me, it's, I'm going to spend say 20-30 bucks on a tape measure. I'm gonna spend 10 bucks in gas, 15 bucks in gas to drive there and back, and then my time, where, like you said, it's a few screws, take it apart, fiddle with it. If it's legit broken, then it's legit broken. But if you can put it back together, fix it, and make it work, why not? Yeah, replacing the heater elements and stuff. Yeah, I'm sure it is. And that's the thing. It's funny because you ask, that makes me think about it. Where you ask like car guys, oh, what type of channels do you typically watch? Like, I watch a lot of outdoors type channels. I don't tend to watch a lot of automotive channels. If I do, it's more, there's a few of them that I'll watch, but it's more just to kind of keep up with what guys are doing in the videos anymore. You know, it's stuff like that. I don't necessarily watch it for, you know, basically every will it run type of video that you've ever seen, they always run in the end. Spoiler alert. So it's not, oh, will it run? It's how did he get there and kind of what did he do to figure that kind of stuff out? So, it's those like, I'm trying to think of what they even are. Those videos that are like ASMR, like hour long, people taking cars apart and putting them back together, or rebuilding like motorcycles, stuff like that. I'll watch those just because it's kind of relaxing to sit there and watch it. But, yeah, doing it myself, obviously, this kind of stuff is satisfying to me. That's the same thing. You probably don't go home and watch a bunch of hot tub videos or spas. You probably don't watch a bunch of those type of videos. Maybe you do. I don't know. But, yeah. Yeah. Some of those the channels that buy a bunch of broken stuff and try and get them working. Those, some of it's interesting from the standpoint of they may not know. If they legitimately don't know and they just buy them and then they have the expertise to fix those, that's interesting. When it's kind of the setup deals where it's like, I bought 5 of them that don't work, and we're gonna fix all of them and turn some crazy profit. Yeah, it's usually pretty easy to tell, right, when you watch those, that if it's kind of a setup deal or not. It's Yeah, it's an interesting thing. Some people just watch stuff just to literally have the noise in the background. I mean, that's one thing that I saw, whether it was this year or last year, that was kind of a YouTube thing that's starting to become a trend. A lot of channels, especially like the gaming channels, are making huge like montage videos if they're playing through like a series of a game. And so there's 100 videos of it that are all, a certain amount of time. They'll put them all together. They'll edit it all into like one 10-hour video. So you can see that progress from beginning to end. And it's because people will put it on like while they're sleeping, just to have kind of that background noise going, kind of like white noise. And that's the kind of weird YouTube stuff that it's like there's people out there that do that will legitimately just have some guy wrenching in the background, zzz, 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 tink, 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 and all that kind of stuff in the background while they sleep. Anyway. All right, well, what else? Gary says cheeseburger, taco, what is that? Grilled cheese or something? French fries, pizza? Okay, cool. Thanks, Gary. Is that for me to eat or something? I don't... What? Okay, sure. It's what they say, haters gonna hate or something like that. I don't... You're... If it's a fat joke, sure. You're not telling me anything I don't know, buddy. Worked as an engineer on this go for 4 years. I swear to God. Hey, some of that stuff, like, I know, I get it with a lot of people, like, going to sleep with, like, the fan running. Things like that. You get those certain noises, like a refrigerator that runs, has that hum, stuff like that. I totally get that. To me, it seems like it would be hard to fall asleep with all the like super randomness of especially gaming. I mean, that was the community where I saw them talking about that, especially gaming, where it's you know, noises and sirens and woo, 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 and whatever game they're playing. Every time that compressor kicks in. Yeah. No, I get it. I don't know if I could fall asleep to like a motorcycle revving all night long. You know, I guess I haven't tried that, but I did used to live above a bar years ago, when I was whatever in my 20s, I think. I just lived in the apartment above a bar, and so there was constantly, you know, music and loud people and drunks and fights and all that stuff. I don't remember having any problem falling asleep, but there's a lot of things my wife does that, that I do that my wife hates. So if it's some random noise or whatever, yeah, that would be probably low on her priority list. She hates all this stuff, but what do? You know, it's what I have fun doing, what I enjoy spending my time doing. Yeah, kind of go from there. She puts up with it. She wishes this spot right here where the truck's parked is actually supposed to be her parking spot in the garage, and yeah, she hasn't had it for 6 or 7 years now, and since I pulled this truck in, and haven't worked on it, and it serves as more of a workbench than it does anything, but whatever. CLR. What was the most fun video to make and upload you've done? Ooh, that's a good question. Probably, I would say probably the most fun series that I've done is my Gray Marquis. If you go look at those videos, I got a Gray Marquis, and that was really one of the first like a series on the channel where I got that car right as I was starting doing YouTube, and kind of made a video of just fixing it, but not really fixing it, and going through those issues, and then trying to decide what I was going to do with this car, if I was just going to sell it, if I was going to keep it and do fun stuff. And I ended up lifting it, putting it on some all-terrain tires, a roof rack, off-road lights, and all that stuff. And then there's a bunch of subsequent videos that are, you know, doing some of those specific things, and then also like taking it out and going off-road and kind of taking it on different adventures and stuff. So that's part of where, a little Easter egg maybe, that's part of where, if you look in the descriptions on my videos, I know nobody really looks on descriptions, but I started saying that like at the end of my videos or at the end of my descriptions, like subscribe to follow along with all my projects and adventures, because at the time when I was making those videos, my only real projects that I had were making like signs and sign painting, and then the adventures was like going off-road in that car and doing stuff like that. You know, I consider all these like projects, but they're also kind of adventures, because I'm learning usually as much as you may be learning if you're watching. I would say that's probably the most fun one that I've had, just because it's kind of been the totality of that project on the channel. Otherwise, I have so many projects that, yeah, I don't know. There's been some fun ones just from different standpoints, like, I know a lot of people, I don't think it was a very popular video, but I made a video where I'm barely in it, and it's actually just my girls, my two younger girls. They still are. They're super interested in the whole YouTube thing, and all that, and they wanted to kind of know how it worked a little more so than just like clicking a button and watching the video. So we made a video. I shouldn't use air quotes because we did make a video, and at the time it was Halloween, so we carved pumpkins, and so they kind of copied me as far as how I do the intros of my videos and the outros of my videos and some of that stuff. And then they kind of sat by me while I edited the video, so they got to see some of that process and how that worked. That one was pretty fun from like a dad standpoint, I guess. But yeah, other than that, I mean, they've all been fun in their different ways. Yeah. Yeah, Joe, I agree. If you're still watching, cracks me up. I don't care, obviously. If if Joe's watching, he'll understand what I mean. But oh, well, I keep itching playing with my head because it's just gotten cold recently enough that I started wearing a beanie again. And so if you ever do that, I wear a ball cap most of the time, but you go to like a beanie where it kind of smushes your whole head and makes like your hair itch, kind of, if that makes sense. Makes your whole head kind of itch. Anyway, just a weird thing if you're paying attention to that. It's awesome. What are your next plans for a video? Uh, well, a bunch of them. That's like I said, that snowblower one is I'm in the process of editing. I'm kind of slow when it comes to all that stuff because I do work a full-time job. This isn't my full-time job, so I'm not able to just like crank out a couple videos a week. So I actually have a video that I'm in the middle of for that moped. I have a video for that snowblower, and then I'm just starting filming the video for this motorcycle. And other than that, I think that's the only ones that I have currently. I don't really have any more in the works. I do have an older, like a 90s Mongoose bike that I have parts and pieces for. I don't know if I'll make a video for that or not because it's not like it was a super popular bike back in the day. And it's more than anything, I'd just be building it as like a thrasher bike, just something that I can do stuff on and crash it, and who cares? I'm not going to tear it up. Where I don't want to tear up my Royce Union. I don't know if you're still watching, but obviously, like I said, the rest of the garage is a mess. But there's a video on that bike, the Royce Union. Don't want to crash that bike. That bike's expensive, and yeah, put a lot of time into it. What do I do for my job? Well, for a long time, I was a mechanic. Actually, recently just got out of doing that, and so now I'm a shop manager for a transmission shop. So Mongoose was all the rage when I was younger. Yeah, I know. It's one of those things. It's like everybody had Mongoose at some point, and they were for a while. They were really good. Like that's the hard part is everybody associates it with the like Mongoose Walmart bikes anymore, and that makes it kind of hard with the bike stuff because they were a really good brand for a long time, and then they kind of did a deal with Walmart, and then they got cheap. And I don't know if they even still sell Mongoose. Maybe they do, but everybody kind of anymore associates them with like cheap Walmart bikes. So that's what makes it kind of hard. Is that yes, it's that kind of mid school if you're into bike stuff. I think it's like a 97 or 98. So it's that real borderline, and I think if I remember right, it's right before they did the deal with Walmart. So it's still an actual Mongoose bike, but I don't know. It's kind of it's one of those that it's hard to find parts for, and kind of like everything else. I'd have to probably make and fabricate some stuff for it to to do what I need to do. But yeah, it's the same thing. You go to like Walmart right now, and I see they have Reebok stuff all the time. It's, you know, I don't know if Reebok's been relevant for a while, but it's it's a Walmart brand now, so you know, whatever. But I see the wife and the girls just got home, so see what they're doing. Yeah, same with Schwinn. I agree. Hold on, give me just a sec. What are you guys doing? So are you leaving them here then? Okay. Yes, Jeff, I agree. Same with Schwinn. That's it's the problem anymore. It's like I was saying before, is that everything's been it's all throwaway society. Nobody builds anything or saves anything or takes care of things. It's just you use it till it breaks and then you throw it away and buy another one. So, I mean, what do you do at that point? You know, it's Schwinn will always be that bike. You know, when somebody says, you know, everybody's kind of that way with things, right? Is that you say a word, you do that word association thing in your brain where it's like, oh, you know, bicycle, and whatever that first, you know, Royce Union is not the first name that pops into people's heads. Depends on what you grew up with. So it's, to me, I grew up with a lot of Schwinn stuff. So Schwinn's the first name that pops in my head. But as a teenager, I rode a lot of BMX. So I think like, you know, Haro, Redline, you know, just stuff like that. That, you know, those kind of names pop into my head. Mongoose isn't the first one, though it's there, but Mongoose isn't one of the first ones that pops into my head. Anyway, you guys want me to keep going? I blew past that hour mark that I said I was originally going to do, but there wasn't really a whole lot of people in here. Not that there is right now either, but I appreciate you guys hanging out. If you want me to keep going, let me know. Obviously, I'm just sitting here talking to a phone, so it's not like it's hard work or anything, but do something cool. Just look what I can do, right? Something cool like that. You want to see something cool? Here, check this out. This is all the stuff that's coming out. Let's see if I can get it without the glare. That's all the stuff that's coming out of my gas tank. And currently my whole garage smells like acid, basically. It's the CLR, but the whole garage reeks of it, so that's kind of cool, I guess. I probably should have a door open, but it's cold out. And I have my heat turned off for the most part. I have it turned all the way down on low, just for video sake. So. It explains, yeah. No, that's not that. Just checking in that gas tank. I probably should I had some nuts and bolts in there earlier in the first go round of this. I dumped them all out and left them out and figured I'd just let this soak, but it's pouring out of this thing so quick. I don't know if you can see that down there. It's just that petcock on this thing is shot, so it's just draining out of it as quick as I'm putting it in. But it's actually cleaning up fairly well. Let's see if I can knock this big chunk off there. Get a little bit of free promotional. I don't even remember what the name of the company was that sent me these. But that was all they requested, was that I use them in one video. And now I see there's like a million different companies selling these things, but they're kind of cool because there's the button for it. Like that button. Lets you turn it on and off. Just with motion. So, big old goober of rust right at the top of this tank. All the rest of the tank turned out really good so far. Riveting stuff here. It's better. It's not great. Okay, I need it to spotlight. Can I do that? That's weird. The inside of this tank is like silently watching in awe. Yeah, thanks, Jeff. The inside of this tank is actually like ridiculously good looking, other than a couple, like down at the very bottom, I'm guessing it got parked with just a half-inch of gas in it or something like that, where it just evaporated down so slowly. There's just a thin layer of rust at the bottom, and then right up here under the cap, about right here, there's just a patch like that of pretty thick scaly rust, which is a weird way to do it, but I don't know if I can see if I can show you. Maybe this will be interesting to try. Anyway, something about rotating the camera. I don't know what it's wanting from me. Now I got nobody watching. What the deuce? Now I got somebody watching again. Thanks for watching, whoever's watching. If it's still Jeff or whoever. Must have lost Rookie. Jeff's still here. Me and Jeff just hanging out in the garage. That's it. Nobody else. I lost a Rookie, I guess. Now Jeff left me. Jeez. Everybody's leaving me. Perfect. That's what Jeff says. All right. Well, I think since everybody's leaving me, now's a good time to probably sign off. It's been an hour and a half. And I only planned on going for like 10 minutes originally to see if it even worked. And now it's been an hour and a half. Jeff's still here. I appreciate you, Jeff. I'm going to get out of here. kind of finish my day. Yeah, I'll see you later anyway. So it is what it is. We'll talk all about the live stream later tonight, right? So anyway, yeah. Adios. I don't know how to turn it off. Yeah, there we go.